Welcome to Alex's English Podcast, your daily companion for real, fun, and useful English listening. I'm Alex, and today we have an exciting topic. We're going to talk about the power of morning routines. You've probably heard how successful people wake up very early, do special things, and become super productive. Have you ever wondered what they do and why it helps?
Hi, Alex. Hello, everyone. I'm Sophia, and I'm so happy to chat about morning habits. You know, Alex, many of us wonder why mornings matter so much. We say, I'm not a morning person, or we hit the snooze button 10 times. But then we see successful people on TV or in books who say, I wake up at 5 a.m., I meditate, I exercise, and I feel amazing. So let's find out how we can learn from them without feeling overwhelmed.
That's exactly what I need. To be honest, I usually sleep pretty late. At night, I watch movies or scroll on my phone. Then I wake up late, feel rushed, skip breakfast, and run out the door. I know it's not good. I keep thinking, I want to change, but I don't know where to start. Do you think morning routines are really life-changing?
I do. Mornings can be your golden time. When you wake up early and spend a little time on yourself, you set a positive tone for the rest of the day. Many successful people call it the 5 a.m. club, but you don't have to start at 5 a.m. if that feels impossible. The main idea is to have a consistent wake-up time and a few simple habits that make you feel energized.
I like that. So I don't have to jump straight to 5 a.m. if I'm used to waking up at 8 or 9, right? Maybe I can start small, like 15 minutes earlier?
Exactly. The key is small changes. If you usually get up at 8:30, set your alarm for 8:15. That's not a huge difference, but it gives you an extra 15 minutes to do something good for yourself instead of rushing around. Over time, you can move that wake-up time earlier if you want. The goal is to build a habit, not to shock your system.
That sounds reasonable. Now, let's talk about some common habits we hear about. I've read that many successful people keep a journal in the morning. Others do a quick workout. Some meditate or read. Could you walk us through a few typical morning habits?
Sure, let's look at 4 popular morning habits. 1. Waking up early, the 5 a.m. club concept. 2. Writing in a gratitude journal. 3. Doing light exercise or meditation. 4. Reading for 15 minutes. These are common because they address different parts of our well-being: mental clarity, emotional balance, and physical health. Let's dive in one by one.
Great. So, number 1, waking up early. That's the hardest part for me. Why do successful people swear by this?
People say, win the morning, win the day. Waking up early gives you quiet time before the rest of the world wakes up. No distractions, no urgent emails. It's peaceful. You can use that time to focus on personal growth or reflection. Some high achievers like to spend those early hours planning their day, setting goals, or enjoying a hobby.
That does sound nice. But let's be real. Isn't it tough to go from 8 or 9 in the morning to 5 a.m.?
It can be tough if you jump straight in. That's why we said baby steps. If you feel determined, you can try 5 a.m. directly. But for most people, moving gradually is better. Also, going to bed earlier helps. It's not just about waking up early, it's about sleeping enough. If you stay up till midnight, then try to get up at 5, you'll be exhausted.
True. I guess the secret is also in the night routine. If I want to wake up early, I should stop browsing social media late at night. That might be a real challenge for me, but I'll try.
Yes, it's definitely connected. Now, let's talk about habit number 2, writing in a gratitude journal. Do you know what that is?
I think it's when you write down things you're thankful for, right?
Exactly. It's a simple practice. You take a few minutes to note down 3 or 5 things you feel grateful for. They can be big things like your family or job, or small things like a warm cup of coffee or a nice sunrise. This helps shift your mindset to positivity. Successful people often say gratitude keeps them grounded. It reminds them of what they have, not what they lack.
That's really nice. I've tried journaling in the past, but I found it hard to do every day. Maybe if I set aside just 5 minutes in the morning, it could become easier.
Yes, exactly. Keep it short and sweet. You don't need to write a long story, just a few lines about what makes you happy or what you appreciate. Over time, it trains your brain to look for the good in your life, which can boost your mood and motivation.
That sounds great. Maybe I can put a small notebook by my bed so when I wake up, I can write before I do anything else.
Perfect idea. Making it convenient is key. If you keep the journal nearby, you'll be more likely to use it.
All right, let's move on to habit number 3, light exercise or meditation. I know many successful people do a short workout in the morning or sit quietly to clear their minds. Why is this so popular?
Morning exercise wakes up your body and releases endorphins, which make you feel good. It doesn't have to be a hardcore workout. Some people just stretch or do yoga for 10 minutes. Others might go for a quick walk or do a short run. As for meditation, it's a way to calm your mind and reduce stress. You focus on your breathing, let go of racing thoughts, and start the day with a clear head.
I like the idea of a quick stretch, but I also want to try meditation. I've heard it's good for anxiety. I often wake up feeling stressed about the day's tasks. Maybe a few minutes of meditation can help me relax.
Exactly. Even 5 minutes can make a difference. There are guided meditation apps that can walk you through it. Or you can simply sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe in and out, and focus on your breath. Whenever your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breathing.
That sounds doable. I don't have to become a meditation master. I can just start small, right?
Definitely. It's all about consistency, not perfection. The more you practice, the easier it becomes.
Nice. Now for habit number 4, reading for 15 minutes. That seems straightforward, but why do they do it in the morning instead of later in the day?
Many successful people believe mornings are the best time to feed your mind with positive or educational content. If you read something inspiring or learn something new first thing in the morning, it sets a good tone. It can also be a form of self-improvement. You could read a personal development book, a business book, or anything that helps you grow.
Okay, I like that idea. Usually, I check social media first thing in the morning, and sometimes it leaves me feeling stressed or negative. Maybe replacing social media with 15 minutes of reading something uplifting would help.
Exactly. It's a small swap, but it can have a big effect on your mood. Plus, if you read every day for 15 minutes, you'll finish a lot of books over a year.
That's true. Consistency is powerful. All right, so we have 4 big habits: waking up earlier, writing in a gratitude journal, doing light exercise or meditation, and reading a bit. Now, how do we apply these in a simple way?
Let's start with a 20-minute morning routine for beginners. We don't want it to feel too heavy. Suppose you decide to wake up just 15 minutes earlier than usual. Then do something like this. 1. Gratitude journal, 3 minutes. Write down a few things you're grateful for. 2. Light stretch or meditation, 5 minutes. Move your body gently or sit quietly. 3. Reading, 5 minutes. Pick a book you like, read a few pages, and note interesting ideas. 4. Plan your day, 5 minutes. Think about your top tasks or goals for the day. In total, that's around 18 minutes, more or less. It's very doable, right?
Yes, it seems quite manageable. You're not asking me to wake up at 4:30 a.m. and spend 2 hours doing complicated things. It's just a short, focused routine.
Right. The idea is to build the habit. Later, if you enjoy it, you can extend your routine to 30 minutes or even an hour. But if you start too big, you might give up quickly. This 20-minute plan is a gentle way to begin.
I love it. I can see myself doing that. Maybe I'll do 3 minutes of gratitude, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of reading, and 5 minutes to think about my main tasks. Then I still have time to dress up and eat breakfast without stress.
Exactly. And if you want to add a quick bodyweight exercise, you could do 10 push-ups or some squats. But keep it simple at first. The key is consistency. If you do it daily, you'll start feeling the benefits.
I'm excited to try. But let me ask you, what if I fail? What if I do it for 2 days and then oversleep on the 3rd day?
It's okay to miss a day. We're all human. The important part is not to give up entirely. If you miss a day, try again the next day. The routine doesn't have to be perfect. Over time, your body will adjust and it will become more natural.
That's a relief. I tend to feel guilty if I mess up. Then I think, oh, I failed already. Might as well quit. But you're saying it's normal to skip sometimes. The key is to keep going.
Absolutely. Morning routines are about forming long-term habits, not about being perfect. Even if you manage to do it 4 or 5 days a week, that's still great progress.
That's good to hear. So, how do I deal with the temptation to stay in bed?
A few tricks can help. 1. Put your alarm across the room so you have to get out of bed to turn it off. 2. Plan something you like in the morning, like a tasty breakfast or a fun playlist. 3. Remind yourself of the benefits. Picture how calm and organized you'll feel after your routine.
I like the idea of rewarding myself with a good breakfast. Maybe a nice smoothie or a warm cup of coffee while I read. That might encourage me to get up.
Exactly. Little rewards can motivate you. Also, at night, try to set a bedtime. For instance, if you aim for at least 7 hours of sleep, decide on a realistic bedtime. Put your phone away maybe 30 minutes before that time so you're not tempted to scroll.
That's going to be the hardest part. But I see how crucial it is. If I keep staring at my phone late at night, I'll never sleep early, and then I won't wake up refreshed.
Yes, it's all connected. But let's not overwhelm you. Start by choosing one new step, maybe the 20-minute routine in the morning. Work on that and see how it goes. Over time, you can improve your bedtime too.
All right, I feel motivated. Thank you, Sophia. I'm sure many listeners out there also want to try a better morning routine. Let's invite them to share their ideas.
Great idea. So, everyone listening, here's our question for you. What is one small thing you could add to your morning to feel more alive and ready for the day?
Maybe it's writing in a journal, or doing a quick stretch, or simply drinking water right after waking up. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yes, share your current routine or your dream routine. Tell us about your challenges. Do you struggle with waking up, or do you already have a strong morning habit?
And if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Alex's English Podcast. We have more content coming to help you improve your English and your lifestyle.
Absolutely. You don't want to miss our upcoming episodes on personal growth, language tips, and fun conversations. So hit that subscribe button and stay connected.
Before we end, let's sum up the key points. We talked about how successful people often have special morning routines. They wake up early, they write in a gratitude journal, they exercise or meditate, and they spend some time reading or planning. These habits can help us start the day feeling positive and focused.
Exactly. We also said you don't have to go extreme. Start small, maybe just 15 minutes earlier than usual, and practice a short routine that includes gratitude, a bit of movement or meditation, and maybe some reading. The goal is to build consistency over time.
Yes, and we also discussed that it's okay to miss a day. The key is to keep going, keep trying. Morning routines are not about being perfect, but about creating a better mindset and more energy for the day.
Right? And as we always say, win the morning and you win the day. We hope this episode inspires you to try a new habit or to improve your morning in some small way.
Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Alex, and this was Alex's English Podcast. I'm determined to make tomorrow morning better already. Wish me luck, everyone.
I'm Sophia, cheering you on. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day. And remember, every morning is a new chance to set the tone for your life.
That's beautiful. Bye for now, guys. See you in the next episode.
Bye. Happy morning routine building.